Hello, I'm Jeanne Stoner, one of the co-founders of the Career Experts Group, and I'm here to help you build a job search strategy using some valuable features of LinkedIn. So let's get started here with the demo. I've turned on my LinkedIn page. I'm at my homepage, and the first feature that's going to be of tremendous value to you is opening to work. So the way to get to that is you go to me, you go to view profile, and you go below your name, look for this open to button, hit it. I'm finding a new job. So the first thing you want to do is you want to add job titles that of roles you want to do next that also match how a recruiter is going to find you. So think about the jobs you find on job boards. What job titles are you seeing and targeting? And you want to enter those here. So in this example, I want to be a director of operations, going for a pretty senior level job. So here I've typed in director of operations. I see this wonderful drop down menu, and I'm going to click on the best titles that match what I want to do next. I'm going to put that director of operations back in. I'm going to look through that drop down one more time and see if there's another job that matches me. Senior director of operations, sure, why not? I'm going to put that title in one more time, operations manager, and look through it again. People operations manager. I do like the human resource side of operations management, so that could be an interesting job for me. Now, if I go for a medium-sized company, I might want to be a VP of operations. So I'm going to put in VP, go down the list, see what matches me best. I see a vice president of operations. That looks good for me. If I go for a very large company, manager of operations may be the best match. So let's look here and let's see what we've got. Manager of operations, perfect. So LinkedIn doesn't really let you add more than 5 job titles. So you want to make sure you pick the titles best aligned to your search strategy, what you want to do next. Then you select workplaces, on-site, hybrid, or remote. No, I really don't want to work on-site. So I'm going to hit hybrid or remote. If I work hybrid, I'll be a little bit on-site, so that better be in the Chicagoland area. So that's a location. If I work remote, doesn't have to be Chicago, but I do want to work in the United States. So put in United States. And then it's asking me to select one job location. So, okay, I'll put Chicago back in. And then we'll put in United States. And then I'll also add United States. There we go. All right, now then start date. Now I really want a job in the next 3 months, so I'm immediately applying. I'm open to full-time. I'd even consider contract, so make sure you fill this whole section out. Then the next button is, do I want to turn this on to everyone I know, all my connections, or recruiters only? Some people have good luck letting your entire network know you're looking for a job, but beware that if you have that open for too long, you may get bias from recruiters that you've been out of work too long. So to avoid that bias, we recommend that turning this on maybe for a week or two and then switching it over to recruiters only. Then you hit add profile. Now, if you're worried if you have a job and you don't want your company to see that you've turned this on, understand that LinkedIn blocks your company from seeing that you've turned on open to work. So 95% of this time you're safe. If by chance your company uses a third-party talent acquisition firm to hire people, they may see that you've turned this on, but the probability is very slim. So we encourage you that if you're in an active job search, turn this feature on. It'll make a big difference. It alerts recruiters, and hopefully you'll be found on LinkedIn by recruiters. But what's different now is you can't just sit back and wait for recruiters to find you. You need to engage in your community and engage with this tool to speed up this job search process. So how do you get that going? The next thing you want to do is you want to set up job alerts. So we're at our homepage. We're going to click on jobs. Now remember, I want to, let's say, director of operations job of operations. I'm going to go to the job search feature. Let's look at what's going on in Chicago. So here I have jobs in Chicago. But these are hundreds and hundreds of jobs. And how do I make sure that these jobs match what my target range, my salary range? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up these wonderful job alerts by using this drop down menu. But the best drop down menu is this one over here called All Filters. Because what it does, you just keep following it down. I want a director level job. I'm not going to be specific on what company yet. Okay, I want a full-time or contract. Okay, I want hybrid or remote. All right, and keep going down until you see the salary range. I want a job 120,000 or more. Okay, and once I've hit enough filters, I'm going to see 351 jobs. And what did I just do there? Now I have the vital few jobs that I'm interested in that not only meet my job target, it also meets my salary level. And I've gotten rid of the trivial many jobs that don't meet that criteria. So once I feel good about my filter, I'm going to set up this job alert by simply turning this button on to alert on, and I'm good to go. And so whenever jobs pop up that match me, I'm going to get an email to alert me to that opportunity. All right. So you can use this all filters and set up multiple filters for different job titles, different levels, different companies. It's a very, very powerful tool, and I encourage you to have fun with it. Okay, now what we're doing is we're going to build this job search strategy. And the job search strategy is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Okay. The first is to target companies. You want your job search to be as focused as possible. So the way of doing that is build a target list of companies, do your research on Google, talking to people, using ONET, create a target list of companies, and then follow them on LinkedIn. In this example, I'm going to use Motorola Solutions. Okay. Right now I'm following them, but I'm going to unfollow them just so you can see how this works. So I'm going to click on the follow button. And now I'm following Motorola Solutions, and that's going to become one of 10 to 15 to 20 companies that I'm going to follow on LinkedIn and focus by networking into that firm. So networking in or increasing with the goal of getting referrals is as easy as 1, 2, 3. So step one is I'm going to look to see if I have warm connections at Motorola Solutions. And if you see right above the following button, you're going to see 6 connections work here. Well, guess what? I know those people. Those are warm connections. I'm going to look through this list to see if I've spoken to somebody in the last 12 months. And if yes, I'm going to message them. So Katie and I have spoke 3 months ago. So I'm going to message Katie. You can message people that you're level 1 connected to without paying the $29.95 upgrade. But if you're cold calling in, you have to pay the upgrade to be able to message people you're not level 1 connected to. So here I'm going to message Katie, and in the handout in our special feature article, you're going to see very detailed messages of what to ask for. In Katie's case, I'm going to see if she wants to refer me into the company, because if she refers me and I get hired, she could make money doing that. Company has a formal referral program. So I'm going to ask Katie for a referral. Now, in another example, if I want to work more warm connections, maybe I want to reach out to Denise. Well, Denise and I worked together 5 years ago, but we haven't spoken in a long, long time. I may not ask Denise for that referral in. I may ask her to have a career conversation with her. How you doing, Denise? Tell me about your career journey. And let me share with you the target list of companies I have and people I know there. And by chance, can you recommend additional companies I should put on my list, additional people you should talk to? Because many times your warm connections network is gold, and that their connections can open up many doors for you in a successful way. So that's step one, focusing on companies and messaging your warm connections. Well, let's say you have no warm connections at the company. That means we have to go to step 2, and we have to try to network in to the recruiter. So I'm going to go back to Motorola Solutions, and this time I'm going to click on the company. because what I want to do is I want to troll and find people inside Motorola Solutions that I might try to have a conversation with. So I'm trying to find, think about it as cold calling into the company. Okay. So I'm clicking on people. Step 2 is seeing if I can find a recruiter. So at large companies, there'll be many recruiters. So I'm going to type in recruiter or sometimes talent acquisition manager. I'm going to go down and so we see many people that are recruiters at Motorola Solutions. Start with the people with the purple because that says they're hiring. And when you click on those folks, it'll tell you right away in the gray box, what are they hiring for? In this example, a technician in the front office and one other. Okay. So that's an indicator that could tell you of all these recruiters, who might I reach out to? But if that doesn't answer your question, you just got to click on their profiles, try to see who they're hiring for, and then you want to message them. And in this case, I selected Melanie. Now, I don't know if Melanie is the right recruiter, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to message her, introduction, Jeanne Stoner, job opportunities. And in this example, you've applied for a job and you want to try to get an interview with Melanie. So what you want to say is, hello, Melanie, this is Jeanne Stoner. I've just applied for job X at Motorola Solutions, and I think I'm a perfect fit. Here's why I'd love to work for your company. And here's a bit about me. And a bit about you should be your branding statement. What are you doing to showcase your unique promise of value to ensure to Melanie that she should call you? And then you want to have a call to action. Let's connect and have a conversation this week or next. Here's my contact information. Thank you very much. Okay. So that's a way of messaging Melanie. And in our handout, in our special feature article, you'll see very detailed examples of what to say when you message the recruiter. Now, let's say you have no luck. Melanie doesn't reach out to you, give it 3 or 4 days, and you really want to work for Motorola Solutions. Well, then you're going to go back to people. And in this case, we're going to get rid of recruiters. And I may want to just find an operations manager at Motorola to have a career conversation with. And in my case, I'm looking for supply chain. So I'm going to look for an operations manager in supply chain because that's where I want to work. That's the operations I'd love to be part of. Okay. So here I find a senior manager in supply chain operations, a director, an operations manager. So again, you kind of search through, look for the person that may be a best fit for you. Supply chain and procurement enthusiast. Shauna looks like she's doing what I want to do in my next role. So here in this example, you're just trying to build a relationship. You're going to message Shauna and you're going to say in subject, hi from Jeanne Stoner, request for a career conversation. And this example, you're going to say, Shauna, I see that you're working at Motorola Solutions in this great role. Love to learn more about you and your career journey and your success. I'm looking at Motorola Solutions in 2023 as a possible place to land and love to learn more about the company. Are you free for a virtual coffee this week or next to have a 20 to 30 minute conversation with gratitude, your name, your phone, your contact information. And you hope that Shauna reaches out to you. And another smart thing to do is follow Shauna, see if she posts on LinkedIn or other social sites, like, comment, and share on her posts. So you're beginning to develop a relationship with Shauna. And eventually you're trying to turn this cold connection into a warm connection. So ideally, at some point, she can refer you into Motorola Solutions. So that's what we call working your cold connection network. Now, let's say you want to really get gutsy. You found this perfect job and you want to talk to a decision maker, a hiring manager. So here I'm going to go put in VP of supply chain because I know I want to work in the supply chain at Motorola Solutions. And I'm going to see if I can get gutsy and message this person. So I go VP of supply chain, I look around and Matt looks like a good example. Like, I'm going to click on Matt's profile. I'm going to message Matt and I'm going to get gutsy regarding, job application, Jeanne Stoner, inquiry about senior operations job with your business. And here what I'm going to say is, Matt, hello, this is Jeanne. I'd love to connect with you or someone from your team to talk about this job I just applied for. Love to work for Motorola Solutions for this reason. Here's a bit about me. You attach your elevator pitch or what your unique promise of value or how you're going to help them with their pain points in 2023. Love to have a conversation with you or a member of your staff within the next week or two. Attaches my resume with gratitude. And again, a detailed message is listed in our handout. So here you get Gutsy with Matt. And what's the goal? The goal here is to increase the chance of getting referred in, increase the chance of getting an interview. Because remember, when you just apply for jobs online, the chance of getting an interview is 5 to 10%. When you increase your networking with the goal of getting referred in, the chance of you getting an interview goes up to 30 to 40%. And that's the goal of creating a job search strategy with very focused companies and then working your warm and cold connections. So that's the end of our demo today. I thank you for watching the demonstration. I hope this really helps you with your success. If you have questions or need more help, please reach out to members of our Career Experts group. We're here to help. And we wish you all the best in your career success in 2023. Thank you.